Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good evening. You're watching Oman News. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a verbal message from His Excellency the President of Mauritania, conveyed to His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed. His Excellency the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs discusses with his Mauritanian counterpart strengthening relations between Muscat and Nouakchott. In cooperation with UNESCO, the Steering Committee of the International Teachers Task Force discusses quality of education in the Sultanate. And customs security at the Muscat International Airport foils a smuggling attempt of 5 kilograms of heroin. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a verbal message from His Excellency President Mohammed Walid Abdelaziz of Mauritania. The message was conveyed by His Excellency Ahmed Walid Tegti, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation of Mauritania, when His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received him today in the Cabinet today. His Excellency also conveyed greetings and best wishes of His Excellency the President to His Majesty the Sultan, who praised the wisdom of His Majesty and what had been achieved in the Sultanate of progress and prosperity, as well as bridging friendship and understanding with the world countries. The talks covered aspects of future cooperation between the two countries, especially investment. His Excellency the Minister expressed his country's gratitude to the Sultanate's decision for opening its embassy in Mauritania, which enhanced communications between the two sides for the interest of both peoples. His Highness asked His Excellency the Mauritanian Minister to convey the greetings and best wishes of His Majesty the Sultan to His Excellency the President of Mauritania, the government and the Mauritanian people of further progress and welfare. It was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Jabir Bakari, Ambassador of Mauritanian, credited to the Sultanate. Strengthening relations between the Sultanate and the Mauritania. Top discussions of His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, in the office today with His Excellency Ahmed Walid Tegti, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation of Mauritania. During the meeting, they discussed aspects of cooperation between the two countries in various fields and issues of mutual concern. Ways of enhancing and developing Omani-Italian relations were at the focus of talks of His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad bin Hamoud Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with Honorable Labu Bastili, Deputy Foreign Minister of Italy. During the meeting, they also discussed a number of issues of concern to both sides. In cooperation with the Ministry of Education and the UNESCO, the Steering Committee of the International Teachers Task Force for Education for All held a meeting today at Al Bastan Palace Hotel under the auspices of His Excellency Dr. Hamoud bin Khalfan Al Harthi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Education for Education and Curricula. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al Kindi.
During the meeting, the focus was on discussing the previous strategic plan for 2014 and the coming strategic plan 2015. The delegates suggested some amendments and recommendations in the plan, particularly enhancing quality of teachers. In some other issues, it was indicated that teachers are the main cost in education, discussing the roles of contracted teachers for short time and their effect on teaching qualities. As Dr. Badriya Al-Nadabi, member of the Steering Committee, Minister of Education, pointed out.
On some of the recommendations that comes out of some of the forums that takes place in some of the countries regarding teachers. So the last forum was in Kinshasa, the Congo.
Professor Keith M. Lewin, Director for Research at the University of Sussex, United Kingdom, emphasized the importance of teachers' quality and the effect of part-time teachers on students' performance. He says,
these are very important concerns. The first is a concern that in some countries teaching is being casualized. There are many contract teachers on short-term contracts who don't really have a career interest in developing their skill and capability. This is a growing problem and needs to be examined very closely. The second set of issues are about what kids learn, what children learn, and the fact that teachers are at the heart of the learning process.
Talking about the EFA Global Monitoring Report, Professor Pauline Rose indicated many statistical figures that will be presented and discussed tomorrow in the session on education for all. Rose says,
the progress is monitored every year, and this year's report shows us that there are still 57 million children not learning the basics even now.
Then the participants went on an overall situation of the task force since Kinshasa 2013 meeting. This issue has been widely discussed in terms of staffing, membership, task force and steering committee, partnerships, resources and activities. Well, the steering committee held here in Muscat came out with several recommendations and advice on the natural resources as well as the materials needed by teachers in order to increase teachers' ability and teachers' quality. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Al Bustan Palace Hotel, Muscat.
Within the activities of the 7th Forum for Human Resources and Marketing, the students of Omani Management and Marketing Group in the College of Economics and Political Sciences and Sultan Qaboos University presented an innovative teaching solutions for the students. The solutions aim to use new teaching methods and get rid of the old teaching. The forum activities included an exhibition containing a number of stations such as e-management, which the students get acquainted through the latest management ways by using information technology. It also included Entrepreneurs Station, which discovered the students' talents and improved their skills to be ready to join the labour market. Human trafficking top discussions of the 14th Human Rights Forum at Sultan Qaboos University. It aimed to table discussions on legal views in various fields that will refine skills and knowledge of students of the College of Law. It will also contribute in circulating what is going around in the legal arena of hot issues, which will provide opportunity for participants to acquaint with through discussions with participating lawyers in the forum. Security at the customs foiled a smuggling attempt of 5 kilograms of heroin at the Muscat International Airport. Royal Oman police officials mentioned that the customs security found an abandoned bag at the luggage collection area and no one claimed it. After they checked the bag, they found the contents as heroin. Though its identification tag of the bag, Royal Oman police officials tracked down the owner and arrested him. After he was faced with evidences, he confessed to the crime attributed to him and was referred to the public prosecution to complete legal procedures. Still to come in our news bulletin. Toppers of the Holy Quran memorization contest are honored in the Governorate of Dahra. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Reviewing Shura experiment in the Sultanate was most important topic discussed by Honorable Sayyid Dr. Saeed bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Vice Chairman of the State Council, with Honorable Libo Bastili, Deputy Foreign Minister of Italy. The two sides discussed relations between the two countries and ways of strengthening them, especially at parliamentary aspect. His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Hassan Ad-Deeb, Under-Secretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry for Commerce and Industry, met Honorable Labo Bastili, Deputy Foreign Minister of Italy. At the meeting, they discussed all that would push forward prospects of commercial and investment cooperation between the Sultanate and Italy for the benefit of both sides. Honorable Labo Bastili, Deputy Foreign Minister of Italy, visited Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque in the Wilaya of Boucher. He acquainted with the centre's facilities and its role through Islamic Sciences Institute, library, lecture hall and other utilities, in addition to its role in clarifying Islamic tolerance message. The Court of First Instance in Brahmi issued a ruling in the case of the construction materials store, which was suspected of selling herbal materials as capsules mixed with elements and unsuitable tools. The court convicted the accused ones, with the ruling attributed to them, and sentenced the first accused person from 1 to 3 months jail on 5 charges plus fines ranged between 200 to 5,000 Omani riyals. The court also ordered to merge the lighter charges in the worst, deport him from the country and close down the store. It further sentenced the second and third accused people to 10 days to 1 month jail and fines ranging from 100 to 1,000 Omani riyals, as well as deport them from the country. The court also sentenced the fourth accused person to 1 month jail and then to deport him. The competition of presenter project was inaugurated at the College of Applied Sciences in the Governorate of Dhofar to discover media talents. The competition stages contain evaluations by experts in the field of radio and television news, reading and presenting various programs. More than 27 competitors participated in the competition. The results will be announced at the concluding ceremony of the project. Sindbad Child Mobile Library, launched at Al Roya newspaper, concluded its tour in the vilayas of the Governorate of North Shakir. The library project aimed to encourage the new generation to read. Children visited the mobile library to find many titles of books that developed reading habit among them. Directorate General of Education in the Governorate of Dahira held a ceremony to honor the toppers of the Holy Quran memorization contest. Competitors from various ages of schools compete with each other in their 5 levels. The contest aims to spread noble competitiveness spirit among students in memorizing Holy Quran. It also aims to raise a generation which clutch to faith stemmed from Holy Quran. During the ceremony, different shows were performed by students, highlighting the role of competition in cultivating skills. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of cloud accumulation over parts of the Hajar Mountains in the afternoon, with the possibility of local clouds and fog late at night and early morning on the southeastern coast. Winds over the coastal areas overlooking the Sea of Oman will be northeasterly light to moderate, daytime changing to southwesterly light at night, while coastal areas overlooking southeastern coast will be southerly to southeasterly moderate. Occasionally active, rest of the Sultanate will have westerly to southwesterly. Seas along the southeastern coast will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 2 meters, while it will be slight along the rest of the Sultanate's coast with a maximum wave height of 1 meter. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos receives a verbal message from His Excellency the President of Mauritania, conveyed to His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed. His Excellency the Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs discusses with his Mauritanian counterpart strengthening relations between Muscat and Nouakchott. In cooperation with UNESCO, the Steering Committee of the International Teachers Task Force discusses quality of education in the Sultanate. And customs security at the Muscat International Airport foils a smuggling attempt of 5 kilograms of heroin. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studio, thank you for watching and good night.